Have you ever wondered why some men view marriage as a business arrangement? Welcome to the narcissistic perspective. It's a viewpoint that can be difficult to comprehend, but it's real and it's happening. Some men approach marriage like a business deal. They see it as an investment, a transaction where they expect returns of love, respect, and companionship. And just like in business, they have a tendency to be selective, often choosing partners they perceive as valuable assets. These men view their marriages through a lens of profit and loss, and when the scales tip towards loss, they're quick to sever ties. We've seen this play out in the lives of high-profile figures, where the emotional toll on their partners becomes a public spectacle. It's a cold, calculated approach that, while it may seem strategic, reduces the essence of marriage to a mere contract. This perspective, while seemingly strategic, often leads to the devaluation of the individual and the relationship. Ask yourself, what happens when the partner no longer fits the perceived ideal? In the realm of narcissism, relationships often bear a chilling similarity to business transactions. The concept of disposability comes into play when partners are seen as commodities, to be retained or discarded based on their ability to fulfill certain criteria. Take, for instance, the case of Jane, an accomplished woman who found herself discarded when her partner deemed her no longer desirable. Jane's partner, a man with pronounced narcissistic tendencies, treated their relationship as a business arrangement, where Jane was expected to perpetually meet his evolving ideal. When she failed to do so, she was discarded, left to grapple with the emotional trauma. This harsh reality underscores the disposable nature of desirability within the narcissistic perspective. It's a sobering reminder of the emotional toll this perspective can exact. The disposable nature of desirability can be devastating, but it also presents an opportunity for reevaluation and empowerment. How can women navigate these dynamics and come out stronger? One answer lies in a shift in mindset. Empowerment is key, and it begins with understanding that marriage can be viewed as a strategic partnership, a union for mutual growth and self-preservation. Take, for example, the story of Jane. Married to a man who viewed their relationship as a business transaction, Jane felt devalued, like an asset that could be traded. But she decided to shift her mindset. She used her position as a partner to leverage resources for her personal growth. She pursued her passion for writing, started a successful blog, and became financially independent. In doing so, Jane transformed her situation from one of subjugation to empowerment. Or consider the case of Lisa. She navigated her marriage by developing her own career, creating a safety net, and ensuring she had a voice in financial matters. In this way, she preserved her autonomy and self-worth. A shift in mindset towards self-preservation can be a powerful tool in dealing with a narcissistic partner. What if we were to remove love from the equation and approach marriage with a business mindset? Sounds a little outlandish, doesn't it? Yet, let's consider this concept for a moment. Like any business, a successful marriage requires strategic thinking, negotiation, and a mutual understanding of shared goals. Take the case of Jane and John, who decided to approach their marriage like a startup. They established clear roles, set mutual goals, and even had regular board meetings to discuss their progress. Interestingly, their relationship flourished. On the flip side, this approach might not suit everyone. Some may argue that it strips away the emotional core of a relationship, reducing it to a mere transaction. Yet, it's worth noting that every marriage is unique, and what works for one couple might not work for another. The key is to find a balance that suits both parties involved. While not traditional, approaching marriage with a business mindset can offer a fresh perspective and potential benefits. After all the insights and case studies presented, what's your take on these perspectives? We've journeyed through the narcissistic perspective, understanding why some men might view marriage as a business arrangement. We've touched on the disposable nature of desirability, how narcissistic tendencies can lead to the discarding of partners when they no longer fit a certain ideal. In our exploration, we've also encouraged a shift in mindset, viewing marriage not just as a love pact, but as a strategic partnership for self-preservation. We've even considered the benefits of removing love from the equation, approaching marriage with a business mindset. These perspectives are not meant to dishearten, but to inform, to urge you to reflect on your own relationships and the dynamics at play. What patterns can you identify? How can this knowledge empower you? Consider the dynamics in your own relationships. Remember, empowerment begins with understanding and strategic thinking. Reflect, learn, and grow.